Most men never realize this. Your life is not destroyed by what you lack, but by what you allow. It's not the enemies outside that keep you weak. It's the small habits, the toxic people, the wasted hours you quietly carry with you every day. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. In this video, we're going to uncover 11 things you must quietly eliminate from your life if you want peace, clarity, and power. Because the truth is this: the man who removes the unnecessary becomes unstoppable. 1. Negative self-talk. Your mind is your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. Every time you tell yourself you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy, you carve wounds deeper than anyone else could. Eliminate this poison. Train your mind to speak with discipline, not defeat. A Stoic does not indulge in self-doubt. He stands firm, even when his emotions try to betray him. 2. Pointless arguments. Most men waste hours trying to convince others, debating nonsense, defending their pride. But a Stoic knows silence is often the sharpest sword. Arguments drain your energy and give power to people who don't deserve it. Remove yourself from these battles. You don't need to win every fight. You need to preserve your strength for wars that matter. 3. Chasing approval. One of the deadliest habits of modern men is living for validation. Social media likes, constant reassurance, chasing women who don't respect them. It is a prison, Marcus Aurelius reminded us. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Eliminate this weakness. Your worth is not a mirror. It is forged in your actions, not in their applause. 4. Time wasters disguised as entertainment. Distraction is the drug of the weak. Hours spent scrolling, binge-watching, and escaping into cheap pleasures drain your life force quietly, drop by drop. Men tell themselves, "I'm just relaxing." But the truth is harsher. You are numbing the very energy needed to build the life you dream of. The Stoics didn't despise leisure. They despised enslavement to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." Ask yourself, if today were my last, would I spend it like this? Quietly cut out empty entertainment. Replace it with creation, reflection, and building. There is nothing wrong with rest, but never mistake wasting for resting. One makes you stronger, the other makes you hollow. 5. Resentment and hidden grudges. Anger carried in silence is a poison that corrodes the soul. Many men claim they've moved on, but inside, they replay old betrayals, arguments, and moments of humiliation. Each memory is like carrying a burning coal in your hand. It doesn't hurt them. It only burns you. The Stoic way is not to deny injustice, but to rise above it. Epictetus taught, "It is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Eliminate grudges not for their sake, but for yours. When you forgive, not as weakness, but as release, you reclaim power. You stop letting the past live rent-free in your present. 6. The fear of being alone. One of the most crippling chains on a man is his fear of solitude. He jumps from one relationship to another, surrounds himself with noise, and avoids silence, because silence forces him to meet himself. But a Stoic man embraces solitude as a forge. It is in silence that you refine your thoughts, discipline your emotions, and strengthen your spirit. The man who is terrified of being alone is always enslaved to someone else. Remove this fear. Learn to walk alone, to eat alone, to think alone without panic. Because once you master solitude, no one can ever use loneliness as a weapon against you. 7. Living without standards. The man who accepts everything stands for nothing. Too many men live without rules, drifting wherever emotions or temptations take them. They tolerate disrespect, poor habits, toxic relationships, all because they lack an internal code. The Stoics live by principles, not moods. They held themselves to standards that were non-negotiable: discipline, self-control, truth. Eliminate the habit of living without boundaries. Create a code of conduct for yourself and enforce it, even when it hurts. Because once your standards rise, life naturally removes everything and everyone that does not belong. 8. Approval seeking. A man enslaved to the opinions of others will never live freely. When every choice is made with one eye on the crowd, you are not living your life. You are performing for theirs. Stoics taught that fame, praise, and reputation are fragile illusions. One day they crown you, the next day they spit on your name. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the approval of such people, what is it worth? Eliminate this need. Stop bending yourself to please. A man of value is not concerned with applause. He is concerned with truth, character, and action. When you kill the desire for approval, you gain a power that cannot be bought, authentic freedom. 9. The addiction to comfort. Modern life worships comfort. Soft chairs, instant food, endless conveniences. Yet every great man knows, comfort is a silent killer of strength. Muscles weaken, minds soften, wills decay when comfort becomes a master. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, cold baths, fasting, simplicity, not because they hated pleasure, but because they refused to be ruled by it. Seneca wrote, set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with scantiest and cheapest fare, and say to yourself, is this what I feared? Eliminate your addiction to comfort. Choose challenge. Train the body. Test the mind. Deny yourself excess. For only a man who can endure discomfort can rise when life truly demands it. 10. The habit of delaying life. The most dangerous lie men tell themselves is, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week, next month, next year, until a decade is gone and regret is all that remains. Life does not wait. The Stoics saw mortality not as a tragedy, but as a teacher. Every moment wasted is a moment stolen. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Eliminate the illusion of endless time. Stop postponing the book you want to write, the business you want to start, the truth you want to speak. Act now, for the man who delays life never truly lives. At the heart of it all, life is not about adding more, but about stripping away what weakens you. Toxic habits, toxic people, toxic patterns. These are chains that keep you small. The Stoics taught that strength is found in subtraction, not accumulation. When you quietly eliminate anger, envy, fear, approval-seeking, and the addiction to comfort, you begin to stand alone, unshaken. People will notice the difference, not because you told them, but because your presence commands it. Every removal creates space for clarity, for discipline, for peace. This is how you become untouchable in a world addicted to chaos. Remember, you cannot control how long you live, but you can control how deeply you live. And that begins with eliminating what does not serve you.